Thank you. Karen Adam.
Thank you, Convener. Thank you, Alistair, for your answers so far. And, you know, I absolutely don't doubt your sincerity in any of this at all. I've reading the petition, and there's some really bold claims in there. Opportunities to optimise the social, economic and environmental returns, increases in fishing jobs and the revitalisation of coastal communities. Now, as somebody with a coastal community and as my constituency, I know that infrastructure, tourism, support for small businesses, extending ports, helping fishers and farmers to decarbonise, investment in renewable energy, and helping discussions between these different industries with the spatial squeeze is a very complex area. So when I see statements like this, I think, okay, so where is the evidence to really support that statement? Because for me, I don't think there is a silver bullet really that can, you know, help all that. And I see this as something that may be throwing something else into the mix. So, you know, where's the evidence to support that statement? And, you know, what will it actually do for coastal communities? How will it help all that complex issues that's going on?
Okay, so again, I think I would like to just reiterate that the Scottish Government have already recognised that much of this to be true because we've committed to achieving good environmental status and we've committed to fishing below maximum sustainable yield. So in order to achieve that, you have to have extensive spatial management. So the inference that extensive spatial management will lead to improved fish populations and improved environmental health and improved jobs is already implicit in the Scottish Government's commitments and the Sustainable Development Goals and the UK Fisheries Act. It's implicit in all of these things that we have to have extensive spatial management of trawl and dredge gear and more static gears in order to meet our commitments. And those commitments are based on the fact that the Government has already recognised these are basic requirements for ecosystem health. And a healthy ecosystem will produce more jobs and more robust coastal communities. But there is actually more direct evidence. So the Scottish Government commissioned a report in 2015 called Assessing the Options for Change, which showed that the introduction of a 3-mile limit around Scotland would produce more jobs and supply better ecosystem health and also supply associated jobs such like diving and angling and so on and so forth. There's huge potential jobs that can be created for coastal communities indirectly by introducing good environmental health into our marine ecosystem. Furthermore, the New Economics Foundation in 2016 produced a report on the Scottish nephrops fishery on applying social, economic and environmental criteria. I'll give you a bit of background to that. The Common Fisheries Policy obligated us under Article 17 to use social, economic and environmental criteria as the basis for allocating fishing opportunity. But a lot of people found that quite complicated and they wanted to know how to go about doing that. So the New Economics Foundation wrote a report on how that would be progressed in the Scottish nephrops fishery, and it concluded that swinging the bias towards more creel fishing would employ more fishermen, it would have a reduced impact on the environment, and it would generate more revenues for coastal communities. And I think we can infer from that that there would be more jobs as a consequence. And then lastly, I think the Scottish Creel Fishermen's Federation produced a document called Correcting the Misallocation of Nephrops in the Scottish Inshore Fishing in Inshore Waters, which clearly demonstrated that every time you take an equivalent 2-man small-scale trawler out of the system, and you could replace it with 4 2-man creel boats. So without extracting a single extra nephrop, so there would potentially be far more employment, not just directly in the fishing industry, but also indirectly in angling, diving, marine tourism and such like.